Want to hear a more diverse perspective on art? Tune in to Speaking of Art, the official podcast of Sharjah Art Foundation, featuring conversations with some of the most prominent artists and curators from Asia, Africa, and around the world. Listen to Speaking of Art wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana, 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura, Radio Max Takrady. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. This morning, the Electoral Commission scores itself high marks despite the challenges that plague the district level elections.
We'll be able to give the good people of this country the exact turnout.
So let me ask you, on a scale of 0 to 10, how will you score yourself?
I think we are well within 7.5 to 8.
Meanwhile, the EC says it is ready to conduct and conclude the district assembly elections today.
Now starting at 11 a.m. or 12 noon. So let's have it on Thursday.
You're ready for tomorrow?
Oh, we are fully ready. We are fully ready.
Also in this bulletin, ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, John Jinapo, takes on the Ghana Revenue Authority for jumping to the defense of its service provider, Strategic Mobilization Limited.
Whether you fry it, whether you cook it, whether you earn it, it's a bad contract, it's inimical, it doesn't add any value.
We have details as lead investigator for the Fourth Estate Manasseh Zurewuni punches holes in the GRA statement in business.
New World Bank report ranks Ghana as 5th country in the world with highest food inflation rate. Details on the Joy Business Report.
Feliz Navidad. Forgettable Christmas treat awaits everyone this Christmas at the Christmas party in the park as a Fia Kwabna and Kwampa feature at the largest family gathering at the Bree Botanical Gardens.
Our Daddy's Corner is coming back with a bang. The artists are ready.
These are more coming up here with me, Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson. Let's dig in now. Now, the Electoral Commission has scored itself high marks for its handling of the District Assembly elections despite the challenges that marred Tuesday's process. The challenges range from delays in printing and delivering ballot papers to other technical challenges in verification of machines across various regions, forcing it to reschedule the elections in some areas in the Eastern and Ashanti regions today. Now, the Deputy Chairman of the Electoral Commission in charge of corporate services, Dr. Bosman Asari, says the Commission performed well, particularly noting the significant voter turnout as a positive indicator of the successful execution of the procedure.
But based on the information coming to us, in some of the electoral areas, the turnout was even more than 80% in some of the electoral areas in the country. So we are waiting. When we finish and we have all the information, we'll be able to give the good people of this country the exact turnout.
So let me ask you, on a scale of 0 to 10, how will you score yourself?
I think we are well within 7.5 to 8. If we have done all the other the centers in the Eastern region and in Greater in the Ashanti, then we will be talking about most 9.5.
Meanwhile, the Majority Leader in Parliament, Osei Mensah Bonsu, says it is time to give the EC financial autonomy. He spoke on the floor of the House yesterday.
And I think that the time has come for us to really fight for the financial autonomy of the Commission. So I believe we can, Mr. Speaker, if we are so purposed and stand together, cause some financial autonomy to be granted to the Electoral Commission and to avoid this situation where we find ourselves and become complaining that unless and until they have the additional 140 million, it's going to be difficult for them to organize this election.
You had Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu. Now, ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, John Jinapo, has taken on the Ghana Revenue Authority for jumping to the defense of its service provider, Strategic Mobilization Limited, SML. GRA insists SML operations have saved government over 3 billion cedis annually. It comes after the investigative piece by the Fourth Estate alleged that the Finance Ministry pays 100 million annually to the company. But John Jinapo insists the contract is fishy and must be abrogated.
First of all, the GRA should tell us why SML. What are their core competences? What makes them so unique and so special that despite all the measures MPA has put in place and linking that system with ICOMS, GRA still believes that they have to go and put a dipstick to check the volume of petroleum products in the tanks. This contract, by all intents and purposes, whether you fry it, whether you cook it, whether you earn it, it's a bad contract, it's inimical.
Well, lead investigator for the Fourth Estate, Manasa Azura, warning further punched holes in GRA's statement.
What value addition is SML Ghana bringing to the gold production sector? SML Ghana is not going to be paid based on value addition. The contract says they are going to be paid $0.75 per barrel of oil that is produced. So as long as there is production and as long as SML claims to be monitoring, they are going to take money.
Well, let's still stay at the Ghana Revenue Authority because they've notified ride-hailing vehicle owners of a new tax policy known as the Value Income Tax, which will take effect from January 1. Now, in a notice issued by the authority, it said the levy is in accordance with Section 22 of Regulations 2016 LI 2244, which indicates that any commercial vehicle owner that earns income from the operation of a commercial vehicle shall pay income tax. Maxwell Agbagba has more and joins me in the studio. Maxwell, what does it say?
It says ride-hailing companies are entreated to follow these guidelines. They are to demand a soft copy of their vehicle income tax sticker. 2, they are to validate the authenticity of the stickers with the GRA. And then 3, they are to submit the list of all vehicles on their platform quarterly to GRA. All ride-hailing companies are to note that these requirements will take full effect on Monday, January 1, 2024. In this regard, all owners of ride-hailing vehicles that operate in Ghana are to carry out a one-time registration of their vehicles at any GRA office to enable them make payment for the vehicle income tax using the short code *222#.
Thank you, Maxwell Agbagba. Now, judicial corruption, legal aid, and alleged packing of the Supreme Court. These are some of the themes that featured heavily in yesterday's appointment committee hearing to vet 3 nominees of President Akufo-Addo to the Supreme Court. That's not all. How well do judges know about the concept of Gen Z, and a debate of which law school year group is the best also featured prominently. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante has a wrap of the hearing.
Let's start from Justice Anthony Henry Kofi, who's been responding to claims that President Akufo-Addo has packed the courts.
I don't think 15 is a high number. The honorable member has actually set out some of the jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. Very wide jurisdiction.
The next person to have been vetted by the appointments committee was Justice Yao Asaridako, who has been talking about the perception that the judiciary is corrupt. He says that is just mere perception and not reality.
The perception appears to be fueled by a number of factors. A lot of people don't understand the way the law works. That is the simple truth.
The last of the 3 to have been vetted today was Justice Richard J. Frimpong, and he told the committee about the low funding for legal aid.
Assessing justice is expensive these days. I think that is where we need to look at other areas where those who cannot afford can go and then seek some assistance. And therefore, the Legal Aid Commission becomes a department or an institution of some importance.
Now let's do Tech Thursday. Hacks Technologies, an agri-tech company, emerged as winner of the maiden edition of the National Innovation Challenge organized by the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. There's more on this report.
Chocolate, cocoa powder, just to mention a few, are delicacies from cocoa. But even before they can be processed to this, the pods must first be harvested, painstakingly cracked opened, and the beans extracted. That process is the single most difficult part of the cocoa processing chain. Farmers usually have to break the sponge with either a cutlass or a wooden club, which requires a lot more labor and time, but there is a solution.
It's an automatic mobile cocoa pod breaking machine that separates the cocoa beans from the husk and placenta.
Niade, the founder of Hacks Technology and winner of the National Innovation Challenge, has
Well, there will be unforgettable Christmas treat for everyone attending the Joy FM family party in the park next Tuesday. And that's the assurance from Programs Manager of Joy FM, Adam Naite, to the thousands of family heading to the Bree Botanical Gardens for the annual Christmas Fun Day event. Please take a listen.
The artists are ready. Ifia. We have Kwabna. We have Kwampa.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
And loads of other surprise acts. They are all ready. You know, the children love their musical chairs, they love their sack race, and all of those, we have them ready. This year, we are also saying that when the families come in early in the morning, between 9 and 10 a.m., we're going to take them round the Ibri Botanical Gardens for a tour.
Do make a date and join us at the Ibri Botanical Gardens, and I bet you will not regret it. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. In our top story, Electoral Commission scores itself high marks despite the challenges that plagued the district level elections, and assuring that today's program will go smoothly. I'm Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.